Oh, hi everybody. It's already that time of the week, end of the week, Monday discussion. So, I thought I'd get going on it and get Jesse out. I've already had Jack out today. He was out yesterday, which I've done a video and putting it together because actually Jack hasn't been out for a while. So I haven't done much filming of him. So I thought it was about time that Jack did get out and about. But today it's going to be Jesse. So he's pretty good at coming out of his enclosure. So we'll talk about the logbooks and what they are about. And I understand that you do logbooks for the feeds and so forth, and that is very, very important, because if you've got a multitude of snakes, remembering who fed, who didn't, when did they go to the toilet, it would be just impossible to actually remember the when. So I certainly keep logbooks on that, but I kind of try to sort of get across the importance of not just those basics. There's a lot more, and to learn more about their behaviour and their personalities and so forth. Those logbooks that are being kept about what they found out about their particular snake all adds to why I'm doing my videos, I guess. So today I'm going to touch a little bit on, I'll get Jesse out so you can see a little bit of him today, but I am going to be touching on quarantine. It's something that I don't see a lot of, or people telling me that they do specifically do that. So I am going to touch on it a little bit because I do think it's important information. Is it necessary? Is it not necessary? Do you need to do it? Don't you need to do it? So I'll just go with my thoughts on that particular thing. But I'll get Jesse. Keep saying I'll get Jesse, now I'll go get Jesse. He knows I'm here. Okay, but so I'll let him relax a little bit before I start picking him up as such. And I'll turn this down a bit so that you can actually see Jesse and not me. So quarantine. What it is about is keeping what you already have in your collection safe. Your collection is free of disease, any health issues, mites. Your collection is clean. You do not know when you go and get another snake and bring it home, that's the environment that they came from. And you certainly do not want to bring any disease or mites. Okay, you can get rid of mites, what an ordeal to get rid of mites. And I have not had any, so how can you say it's an ordeal? It is an ordeal. I know it's an ordeal just by what I do know, and people who have had mites. So I don't want to go through that. But most of all, I do not want to introduce a disease into my collection. It would be devastating for that to actually happen, and all because I didn't want to take the time to go through the quarantine. So how long is long enough when it comes to quarantining a new edition? You know, for me, it's a few months. Everybody else has their own time frame, but for me, 3 months. In actual fact, personally, I'll just zoom in a bit for you guys so you can see a little bit more. Thanks, bud. That was very thoughtful, and Nan didn't even think of that. Noah's holding the blind up for me. I don't even think about it. I'm so used to sitting in this light. It's, yeah, I forget. I apologise to you all. But anyway, how long really should you? You know, 6 months would be better than 3 months. But, you know, there are diseases out there such as IBD, which is inclusion body disease, which is incurable, is deadly, and it's horrible. It is a horrible disease. That particular disease can be dormant for 2 years before that actual snake develops it. It's not practical to keep a new edition for 2 years in quarantine. We just don't do that. But just some information so that you know, it can take 2 years for that particular disease to flare up, and then you would be in a complete and utter panic that it would spread through your whole collection. So 3 months I think is pretty good, actually. So, and in saying that, what do you do to quarantine? You keep that snake in a separate area to where you keep your main collection, and you bring in good hygiene control. Now the lighting has completely gone, so I'm just going to quickly do this blind, guys, for you. Okay, quarantine, back, lights up, blinds up actually. But yeah, that just means keeping that particular snake in another room, separated from your main collection, and taking on some good health, well, hygiene methods, which is, after you've handled that new edition, please make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly. So when you go in to work with your main collection, you know that you have washed off anything. And that's as simple as buying some, if Noah passes that bottle down, you know, just a bottle of antibacterial hand sanitizer, and having that handy in the room where you are keeping the new edition and in your main room. It's just a precaution. So I would hate for anything to happen to any of my guys, like I said, just because I couldn't be bothered. And I've been watching a person, I guess you could say, who has just introduced a couple of new snakes and has virtually just brought them home and kabang, straight in with her main collection. Please, Noah, you're blocking the camera, darling. If you'd like to sit next to Nan. So Jessie, you know, Noah can't get enough, so sorry for the interruptions. But I've just been watching somebody who's just brought home and just gone kabang right in with her main collection. I've opened Lily's door, so I need to make sure she's not coming out from behind me either. Or she can, I just need to know where she's going. So I'm kind of, that tweaked me. You know, you have just come home, put these snakes in with your main collection with no precautions in place whatsoever in terms of, are they disease free? Are they mite free? And just because a breeder tells you they're in perfect health, they're fine, my collection's great, wonderful, I haven't got mites, go for it. Please do not always trust that. I honestly do not trust. They are going to tell you that. You know, the proper thing for them to say to you is, yes, my collection is clean. Yes, I have no mites in my collection. They're good, and I'm sure that they are. But also, that breeder, whoever is selling you your snake, should be responsible enough to say, even though that is the case, please follow proper quarantine precautions. So I guess that's all I've really got to say about quarantining. And I guess a lot of people don't, and nothing's happened and everything's wonderful, and or they're just not in a position to be able to do that. But you should be able to do that. You have a room, you have a bedroom, you have a bathroom, you do a laundry, you have somewhere else that you can actually put that new addition. Of course, depending on the size, but there will always be another room in your house where you can keep that new addition for a few months. And I know it sounds like a long time, but it's worth it actually in the end. So let me know, guys, with a comment what your belief is with quarantining when you bring home a new addition to your collection. Are you of the belief that it is really important to follow quarantine measures, or do you think if you know that person and you trust that person that it's okay not to? Or specifically, it depends on where you do get your snake from, meaning you know that person and trust them. I guess I'm saying it twice here. But my suggestion is to take quarantine measures. So guys, and that's it. I'm going to spend some time with Jessie now, who is getting so much more confident.
And getting a new water bowl.
Noah's going to fill his water bowl for me. But Jessie is certainly becoming more and more confident every day, and it's wonderful to see. But I knew he would as he got older. The confidence grows with them, and he's turning into, or she's turning into, a truly beautiful snake, or jungle carpet python is what Jessie is. So to everybody watching, like, subscribe, and check back for a new video tomorrow.
Leave a link.
Bye.